Hey, good evening, Map here, Map Investments, bringing you another stock market update and stock updates, market trends. Let's get into it. The 10-year went up to 3.5 basically, and I went long early in the day on the 10-year. I got filled at 345, and I'm making a little bit of money on that trade. Currently, that trade is actually, could probably just click here and it'll tell me. Will it tell me? No, probably have to go to my positions here. Let's see here, close here. Sorry, maybe it's here on the bottom. Should be no, right here. Up $38 on that trade. It only takes up $413 in margin power. So I thought that the rates were going to go up a little bit today. The dollar was, I want to say it was pretty flat, trying to form a base. Yep, it was down on the day, and it did cross under the 102 mark. And I still think that the market weakness will continue in the dollar. And I put all my chips into the reason I come here because it doesn't pull up in the TOS, the Thinkorswim digital. Um, the mobile app, and now it's not pulling up here either. Great. So maybe it'll pull up in Google here. I hope you guys are getting ready for the football game this weekend. A lot of good football games. We got a little bit of cold weather. Weather's going to drop here to 45 degrees here tonight in Miami, which is odd, but that's nice and refreshing. The F-Kid X up 24 cents to 12.45, and I think we're seeing a breakout here as I am expecting the dollar to get weaker and foreign markets to climb higher. You can see here we're at a 6-month high here, and we got a clean break of the let's see, the old high here was 12.25. We're over that, and we're here. We are over all the numbers here in the last 6 months. Year to date looks like a clear uptrend, and I think here we might have broken here. Let's see here. Okay, let's not do nothing here. Let's see what we got here. Yeah, it looks like it broke all these trends here. So I expect this to go up as the dollar weakens. And if you watch my videos, you know that about me speaking about this and being in commodities, foreign markets, companies that pay dividends, looking for that value, that make money, and that can also pass a cost to the consumers, and that are true necessities in economic hardship times. I think the CEO, all the banks reported today. That was a big day for the banks today with J.P. Morgan, Bank of America, um, Wells Fargo, Citigroup, to name a few, that reported mixed results. Um, I think the guy from Bank of America said a slight recession, and I think the loan defaults have been climbing for these banks. Bitcoin, I'm very impressed with Bitcoin, even though I'm not a believer, up to almost 20,000. Pretty amazing there with all the uh, problems with FTX and Sam Friedman. It's pretty amazing to see Bitcoin here, but I have no interest in Bitcoin. On the contrary, I am probably looking for opportunities to short, not the coin but correlated plays, which I did today. Wow, can't believe that oil is over $80. This is pretty shocking. I didn't even see this during the regular session, but we are over $80, up $1.68. S&P up 15 to 40, 19. Gold up a whopping 25 bucks almost to 1923. This should be eye-opening, and I've been saying that gold and silver are going to make all-time highs uh, here in the near future. Um, and we're going to get big bumps in silver because silver's all-time highs were in the 50s, and we are seeing inflation across the board, and that's one asset that has not participated in none of these rallies. You got gold that hit 2100, an all-time high more or less. You have copper at all-time highs. You have beans making highs. You got you corn, wheat, all these commodities have picked up oil, but silver has been between, for the most part, 15 to 23, 24 bucks. It rarely gets to 15, but if you want to say a good range has been 18 to 23. I mean, we really need to see silver in the 30s and 40s. You can pick up regular silver for 40 bucks if you go to these websites and try and buy physical eagles, silver eagles. I think silver is a very undervalued asset, and you're gonna see the paper markets catch up to that. Um, hog 78 cents. Uh, Feeders 181 and live cattle 157. So they've been pretty stable. The lean hogs have come down from the high 80s, from 88 down to 78. It might get interesting again in the hogs. Got to keep an eye on that. But I really don't play that. Let me see how much volume was in that market. I guess the liquid market 21,683, but you got to keep an eye because you can add up losses really quick. So it's prudent to have stop losses maybe in that market, which will probably get hit anyways. Copper, man, copper way over four and a quarter almost. Big run in copper, incredible move. Um, Nasdaq up 67 to over 11.6. Dow Jones up 114 to 34,433. Nat gas has been really struggling and down to 3.5. Pretty amazing. Palladium and platinum, pretty range bound. Palladium will soon perk up and be at 2K, but their flatness probably has to do more with vehicles. Silver, nice day, 24.50 almost, well over the $24 mark, and we shall see. Uh, I think high 20s here in the near future. VIX down 47 to 1935. The soybeans I mentioned yesterday, the report was bullish. I kind of want to punch myself in the head for not going long beans. Up 11, corn up 5, and then the wheat has been pretty uh, stagnant between $7 and 7.50, uh, more or less 7.25 to 7.50. And that is the futures. Uh, the 30-year bond, let's see what the 30-year bond is at bonds. Sorry, bond CL. I guess this is not it. Maybe markets, and then here we go to bonds. Sorry. All right, bonds. So we have the 1 month at 4, 3 month 462, 6 month 479, 1 year 469, which pays more than the 2 year and 3 year and 5 year and 7 year and 10 year. It's just crazy that the 2 year and the 1 year are paying more than all this other longer duration treasuries. Uh, the 7 year and the 5 year are pretty much the same as the 30 year. So this is called an inverted yield curve for the most part, and has always been an indicator for economic pain and recession. Um, so that was the futures and the bond market and the dollar, and today was a decent day for me. I put 17 trades on and off, and I was up about 0.29%. It's not reflecting here because of my futures are closed. Man, I am in a roll this year. The first 2 weeks of the year have been good winners for me, and we got 50 more weeks to go. On the order front, um, I saw how did I start off here? Let's see if we can do this by. So at 7:45 in the morning, I went long the S&P, and then I went long the bonds. I bought Cow Maine, which makes eggs with a high dividend coming up in mid January, and I think it pays 4 or 5%. Actually, we could take a look. Let's not think. Let's check for sure. They pay ex-dividend is the 24th, and they're paying, well, it says here yield of 9.98. I don't know if that's accurate. It was down a little bit on the day, but I wanted some exposure to eggs. I closed my USO trades for small scratches for little wins, but they were expiring, so I just wanted to get out of them. I closed my long on the S&P 2 hours later for a good little chunk of change. I opened the position short. Was this short? Let me see. Was this the short? Yes, I went short Coinbase. I went short Wayfair. I went short Roku. I sold a put in Mosaic because I don't mind owning the stock. I shorted Starbucks. I shorted Celsius. I shorted Shop, and I shorted the S&P going into the weekend. Now remember, Martin Luther King is on Monday. I think the futures might open Sunday at 6, and they probably might close on Monday at 1. I'm not sure. Don't hold my feet to the fire on the market holiday schedule. I do know the stock market is closed on Monday. In one account, I went long the Smith& Wesson, the gun company. They pay a dividend. I went long Hanes brand, which makes T-shirts and undies and apparel. And I went long SXC Coal Company. And those were my fills for today. Um, on the dividend, on my watch list for dividends, let's see what the biggest winners were. Biggest winners were Clorox, which I have a put credit spread. Cracker Barrel up $1.76 to 105, and I collected that juicy dividend. I'm still riding that stock. Um, Innovative, which is a property, I read up $1.38. ConocoPhillips up $1.31. Lamb Weston, I think they do potatoes or something to do with foods up to 98, 110. UVV, I think I gotta look into UVV. I'm not sure if that's a transportation company. Bristol Myers up 91 cents. Console Energy up 80. Medtronics up 74. Mo up 22 cents. Smith& Wesson, Hanes brand I talked about. Hasbro 66 has been hanging in there. Pfizer stabilizing after the sell-off. And let's see what the biggest losers were. The biggest losers were United Health, PNC, which paid a dividend. Cal-Maine was down 64 cents. Seagate's had a big run, and it's a big winner for me in USB, Foot Locker, Canagra, pretty flat, and Hormel and Intel. These are all my positions. Cisco, BGS, Huntington, and Annaly, pretty flat on the day. Amazing week. 2 for 2 so far in a year, 50 more weeks to go. Uh, like Warren Buffett says, stay focused. Rule number one, don't lose money. Rule number two, don't forget rule number one. Do your homework, study. It always pays off in the end, the hard work. What else can I touch base on? Uh, uh, we had the bank's earnings. Need to read more about that. That news just came out today. Um, they're talking about the inflation next week. Next week, turmoil or crisis or problem will be the debt limit, which is Thursday. Will hit the debt limit. The United States, which is ludicrous and ridiculous, and the government's out of hand. They need to reduce the size of government and cut the spending and figure out how to fix this mess. Uh, J.P. Morgan tops estimates says mild recession is now central case. And all these banks are talking about they're preparing for a mild recession, preparing for worse. So the banks are even talking about this. I need to listen to the conference calls. I need to listen and read more about what they had to say, these major banks. Let's take a look at their stock prices. Now I know in the morning JP Morgan was down huge, and I think it ended up the day up. JP Morgan up 352. Now it had a wicked day because it hit 135 and it finished at 143. Amazing. turnaround of events. Wells Fargo, I didn't even have time to look at them and get trades on. Wells Fargo hit, I know Wells Fargo was down lower than this. They were down to $40, closed at 44. How you like them, no apples? Citigroup, 50, low 47. So some nice volatility in these banks. So far, all of them were up. Yeah, they were all up on the day. All up. 33.50 on 33 on Bank of America to close at 35. So gotta do my homework and see what they had to say exactly uh, on the banks. I don't think we have a lot of earnings on Monday. I'll take a look now, and then we'll wrap it up, and then I'll do another video on Monday because I'm sure we don't have a lot of economic news. Or maybe I'll do some on the weekend, but we do have a lot of football games. Enjoy the weekend with your friends and family. Stay healthy, do your exercise, do your reading, and do the things that you enjoy and make you happy. Remember, laughter is very good for you as well. Um, let's see what we got here. What was I gonna go to the calendar? Calendar. Let's see, search, and then you go to your calendar, and then we're gonna go to next week. So Monday is Martin Luther King. Only one, so we can't do anything for Tuesday. And then Tuesday we have 17 earnings. I don't know who's in the morning, but we have United, Goldman, Morgan Stanley, Silvergate, which has been destroyed, Interactive Brokers, Citizens Financial, Progress Software, and that's pretty much it that I know off the top of my head. Anyways, stay safe. Like the video, share it, subscribe, comment below. If you have any ideas or trades or questions or doubts or maybe any stocks that you're looking at. Um, but yeah, I mean, just trying to collect my dividends and even keel and keep the course. Um, stay the course, not trying to hit home runs, singles and doubles and uh and take care of my account on a daily basis. Um, So yeah, no, Clorox was the biggest winner today here on the watch list, and the banks were up. Need to do the analysis on the banks, and I mean I think next week's crisis will be the debt limit. Market is in an uptrend. It's been a 2 good weeks. I hope you guys are having success. Um, Take care and have a good night. This is Marcos, Micromap checking out. Bye bye.